And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is relationships. I feel like it's an important subject, especially now that we are heading towards St. Valentine's Day and so many people struggle. What is your advice when it comes to, especially, we can talk in two parts, like couple wise, and then if you're single and looking for someone in your life and you keep like attracting the wrong person. What are your advice to help someone change those patterns, or anything that keeps attracting the same wrong person and find the person that is right for them?
That is right for
So
them, for sure.
yeah, couples and then single people.
Yeah. Okay. So we can start with the couples, definitely. So if somebody's already in a relationship, and they've started doing their self-development work and their self-awareness, is to always, something that we've been told is like, we feel selfish when we start working on ourselves. But in reality, is the opposite, right? We need to work on ourselves in order to show up as our best version for the other person. Now, a lot of the times, unfortunately, what happens is that we start working on ourselves, but the partner is not ready to work on themselves. So either the relationship goes separate ways, or the other partner also starts working, and then they can work together. But it deals with that individual self development, to be able to show up as a good partner, as a good parent, as a good family member, as a good friend. We once again focus or blame outside of us a lot. But the minute that we work on ourselves, whether that breaks a relationship or strengthens a relationship, the best thing you can do is for yourself, because you'll be able to be the best for those that you love, even that person that is with you, right? So we want the best scenario to be that both people in the relationship are working on themselves, so they grow together. And there are a lot of resources out there now for that. One of the things with the emotion code that we do for couples specifically is releasing energetic cords, for example. So a cord is an energetic connection between two people that actually that inherently is negative. So it creates codependency, and it creates all this bickering and the negative aspects of relationships. And when I say codependency, I mean toxic codependency, because in a relationship you're always going to be to a certain extent codependent, but it has to be in a healthy manner. So releasing those energetic cords with the emotion code between each other, and just making sure that the flow is very pure and freedom as well, is something that has shifted in a lot of couples, where they can communicate better. They can be more honest with themselves, so then they can communicate with their partners in a loving manner, because sometimes it's how we deliver the message between each other as well. But I've found that releasing those energetic cords has helped a lot. And also with the emotion code is something called the heart wall, which we've worked with you as well, which is an energetic shield that keeps us stuck. And when it's built, it's needed because it protects us. But if it's there for longer than needed, then it actually causes a lot of issues, especially if you're in relationships. So what happens is, and now going to the individual, a lot of the times when an individual who's looking for a partnership or a romantic relationship, when they release this heart wall, they tend to see people that have always been around, have been great matches, but because they had all this emotional baggage in this heart wall, they never saw them. They never align with that energy. Instead, they were aligning with all these toxic, bad energies, right? So that's something an individual can do to attract a better partner. Is definitely starting by releasing the heart wall and continuing to work on themselves, releasing any other emotional baggage. Also, the technique of putting the list of your ideal partner, but then realizing you have to become that ideal partner,
That's
right?
interesting. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you put my ideal partner, you put the list, and then you change my ideal partner with your name. And
Yeah.
that's, we have to show up our best version if we want someone to be good to us too, right? So
Yeah, and the importance of self love, right? In all of kind of relationships, friends, family, love, self love is so important, and especially women. I feel like we still have associate self love with overconfidence or being selfish, and it's the best thing that you can do, especially for your relationships. So what do you think? What are some of the strategies as well for us to be able to embrace self love and work with our own self love? What do you think?
I believe it comes to being truthful to ourselves. So that genuine frequency that people talk about, it's very tough to be honest in life, because a lot of the times we can lie to everyone, but the minute we lie to ourselves, there's no self-love, right? Like if you love someone or you want to be loved by someone, you want them to be honest with yourself, with you. So you have to start by being honest with yourself to get that, right? So self-love, I connected now for a long time, which it's also related to self-discipline and having keeping your word, right? So you say, I'm going to do this, so you do it, and that increases confidence as well. Um, but more than anything now in my journey, my own journey as well, is that being truthful to yourself, right? You can work with practitioners, you can have your best friend, you can have your mom, you can have whoever, you can tell them whatever. But if you're not being truthful to yourself, you won't get to that point of being truly giving yourself that self-love and then emitting that energy that will then attract someone who is truthful with themselves as well. So I think that genuine being a person of integrity, which is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and that's for yourself, right? Because no one is watching other than the higher connection, if you believe in God or something bigger than you. But it's that genuine being truthful to yourself.
I never thought of that actually. So that's very interesting.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, and like you said, because of your frequency, you attract what you are,
What
and
you are.
exactly. So even in relationships, like you said, if you're honest with yourself, you can attract a relationship that's authentic as well. So that's very interesting, actually. Never thought about that.
Yeah, it's
So
something new in my journey too. That's why I wanted to mention it today for sure. It's that the truth, the truth. You know, I always say the truth will always come out. That's one of the mindset affirmations I have, right? The truth always comes up. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're not sure, connecting to the higher being and saying, show me the true colors, show me the true colors of this person, or show me the truth. And then being strong enough to accept that truth and then act based on that, right? But again, it's not about the other person at the end of the day. It's like if you're lying to yourself, then probably the other person is doing something to that,
yeah.
So it starts always with us for sure.